I could just hear folks saying, but God so loved the world. What do we make of those texts?
If unregenerate men come to believe in Christ, it is only by the grace of God. The new birth comes, as John says in John 1:13, not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The central point of John 3:16 is that salvation comes from God's love alone. For God so loved the world, right? That's the emphasis upon it. And then I continue, John 3:16 also stresses the universal scope of salvation. Not universalism, but the universal scope of salvation. John later records that when Christ entered Jerusalem, the Pharisees observed, John 12:19, behold, the world is gone after him. And when we read that, by the way, we don't think, does that mean every person in the world came after Christ in Palestine? They all came from every corner of the world. They came from Rome and Corinth to Palestine during Christ's lifetime. No, world is being used there, obviously, in a sense in which all kinds of people, the world, lots of people, and people of all sorts were coming to him, men and women, Greeks and Jews within Christ's own ministry. Because in John 12:20, it says, certain Greeks that came up to worship at the feast. These Greeks say to Philip in John 12:21, sir, we would see Jesus. The context does not make clear whether these certain Greeks were Hellenistic, Greek-speaking Jews of the diaspora, or Gentile God-fearers. Perhaps it included both. The point being stressed is that all kinds of men were being drawn to Christ. The emphasis in John 3:16, expressed throughout the fourth gospel, is that God's purpose in sending Christ is to save men from the whole world. For God so loved the world. John 3:16 then can only properly be understood within the context of Christ's teaching as recorded in John. When thus examined, it does not contradict the doctrine of limited atonement.